Hello and welcome back to VonMonte Island. Last time we checked in, I was giving you a brief tour of what my island is sort of coming to look like and the concepts, the ideas that I had, plans, things that I had in motion, etc, etc. Well, we are currently only, not even 24 hours ahead of my previous video, so I don't imagine this to be like a huge update. But I've progressed quite a bit just because I'm sort of knitting everything together. I'm just trying to make sure that what I'm finding difficult is the transition between the underground base, which is using a lot of green tiles, a lot of mechanical, metally looking tiles, and then sort of transitioning that over into the sort of sophisticated, the gold, the hotel, sort of resort vibe, which is obviously proving rather difficult. So I'm quite proud of the progress I've made so far. So I just thought I'd jump in now just to sort of get a video of, you know, my next sort of section and how I've come to knitting things together. So as you can see, this sort of frontal area, I know it's only basic stuff, but this is just something that just the smallest amount of props can really start to fill a map. And I just started adding a few over here, just some chairs, some sun loungers, umbrellas, just things to really give it that sort of tropical vibe. I need this to look as pedestrian as possible. This needs to be looking like, you know, everybody came here for their vacay and they're living their best lives and not a care in the world. Nobody has a single clue of the horrors that hide underneath this island. But yeah, this area, obviously, as you can see now, is really coming together now. Like I said, I'm using various chairs. Eventually, I'll prop these tables out too, you know, with drinks and various different things like that. But that is just such finer detail that right now it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is looking a lot more sort of filled. I've extended onto this because it felt previously we didn't have this sort of staircase bit here, so it felt really disconnected. You had this section here that was, I am going to leave as construction because, you know, every resort you go to, every holiday, there's always something going on somewhere, some improvement that they're making. So I'm sticking true to real life and I'm keeping a lot of this construction in here just for that realistic vibe. Plus it varies the tiles more, so it's more interesting to look at. Where if you're constantly looking at a boring white tile like that, everything becomes very difficult to identify, and it all just becomes wishy-washy and it all just blends into one, and you don't really enjoy what you're playing. So yeah, I'm sticking with that. Moving on, I've started to, because obviously we know since the spy season, my favourite thing was the whole introduction of air vents. Before we were creating them manually, whereas now we obviously have air vents. But yeah, I've sort of changed the concept of this one. Obviously air vents generally go horizontally. They, at no point, or there isn't a preset of an air vent that goes vertically, that drops. So I've had to rotate, resize, readjust. So you can drop from an air vent there, and another one over here. But again, another quick entry point from the hotel. Yeah, I started to create like a mini bar thing as well, obviously, over here. Not really sure where or how I'm going to go about it, but, you know, it's props. That's the smaller thing. The main thing I'm focusing on right now is the structure. But yes, the bit that I'm really kind of unpleased with, because every hotel has their, like, generator room, their little, you know, that section where there's strictly off-limits, stuff only. So this is what this is sort of essentially going to be, that area here, which obviously, again, prime location for chests and things like that. We've got water, which, you know me, I'm obsessed with this water feature right now, so I'm going to use it probably another 50 times before I complete these reviews. I showed that before. I've boxed that off with a different thing now, and I've made that look a lot more sophisticated, but I'm still not sure what the hell it's going to be. But we'll work with it. That's cool. Yeah, I've started to add, which you can see on the front now as well. Now that I've sunk that in, which was before this was all completely flat. So I've sunk that in to create another entrance down here, which is quite interesting. I'll show some more of that in a moment. And then I've created this sort of area, which I'm going to use as like a sofa seating area. So like these sort of seats, but like a sort of big area over here where it's just full of, you know, partitions, those divider things, for a bit of privacy. Yeah, so that's just going to be a lounge area, bar area. Not quite sure what's going to go with the middle here, but we'll just... It'll probably be construction-based things, actually, tools and bits and bobs, just to tie in with the scenery. But yeah, we've got rooms starting to take shape now, which, strangely enough, you can enter. So, yes. Obviously coming up the stairs here. I've refined all of this now. This would have technically been a drop trap. You'd have just fallen down here and been stuck. So I've, you know, covered all of this over. I'm going to refine it a bit more because, as you can see, it's very sort of... Oh, it's quite smooth now, but it's a bit chunky. Whereas there you go, look. Things like that I want to try and avoid. I'm OCD, so I cannot deal with my levels being glitchy. Just a little room here. Naturally, it's going to be places for chests, ammo boxes, etc., etc. I've started to build into rooms now as well. I just envision a sort of double bed here and side dressers either side table, whatever it's called. Obviously your bathroom area. You know, a lot of these walls haven't been done, and the ceilings and things, and I'll add lights and chandeliers and everything just to make it look. But like I said before, the focus right now is the structure. So yeah, I'm pleased with how this is all linking up now. We've got like additional little hidey holes now too, so you can come and hide here. I may even somehow incorporate an air vent here, so stay tuned. But yeah, that is sort of how I'm coming on so far, connecting the secret base through to the main hotel and just making it smooth and functioning so it looks nice. Before, this area over here was just a complete bombshell. I didn't know how I was going to construct it, and now I'm really, aside from this one tile which I can't quite decide what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if to leave this as an exit or if to turn it, pardon me, into an office of... Pardon me again. Got hiccups now. It's talking too much for you, that is. But yeah, I might turn this into sort of like a commander's office or something, so then that way I can close that off completely. And yeah, that just looks a bit messy, unrefined. I don't like it. But all in all, that is where we are at right now. Hello and welcome back to VonMonte Island. As you can see, drastic changes within just a few hours alone. I've started to really structure the hotel and really get to, you know, knitting all of my little pieces together now and starting to really feel what I want this island to be. So without further ado, let's dive in. So obviously the first thing you'll notice is obviously the huge amount of progress on the hotel. I'm probably going to leave it at, what is that, like however many stories that is, because it comes right down here too. We've got all of our balconies, we've got all of our roofing, it's all like looking really refined, and yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how this is looking now. Interior wise, not a great deal is happening. Like I said, I'm still focusing on the structure at the moment, so there's not really a great deal I can do about that until I've created the skeleton or the shell of the island. But just to give you like a sort of rough idea anyway, and this is the concept anyway, this would obviously be like a manager's office, and the elevator, yeah, integrating, goes onto the roof. Following round, you've got your stair lift here. Yeah, slowly working and integrating this elevator system, which obviously right now looks tacky as shit because obviously I've only just laid the tiles, but that just brings like a sort of concept to that. Right, another little thing which I decided, I think earlier on in the video I showed, God, my direction right now is suffering because it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm burnt out, I'll be honest. We showed off a little secret entrance here, which as you can see I've actually vamped up a little bit more now, so it actually fits and it feels more like, you know, part of the scene, whereas before it just felt very out of place and it was difficult to knit like the white walls, fancy white walls, into like the metally broken down. Yeah, either way, I'm very pleased. I added this door too to sort of just help create this more of a circle, so things are more accessible. I'm trying to create as much accessibility as possible. So obviously, as you can see, that was a nice easy loop round, whereas before it was a real, like, you had to go all the way and it's just a ball ache. Yeah, literally same again with, like, you know, the stairs here. It was just to try and knit everything together just to help bring, obviously these rooms haven't been done, they're just literally just being sculpted, but yeah, it just helps link the front with the sides with the back, and it just, yeah, gives it a more unified feel. So yeah, same again, it's all linked. But yeah, I wanted to stay true to my sort of damaged feel as well by, you know, this place is battered and bruised, so I really wanted to stay true to, you know, the aesthetic here. So I really hope I'm managing to capture that, as well as still keeping elegance on my island. Right, moving swiftly on, I've started to integrate little hidey holes like this, just to, I don't know, make things a bit more interesting. I can hide chests and things like that. Where was the other one? Was it on the other side of here? Yeah, another little hidey hole here, which is great. It's exactly what we need in Fortnite, as many hidey holes as possible. I've also started to adjust this, so I'm going to integrate another room here, so that way we've actually got some proper like hotel room going on here too. This, I'm not sure if I included this, but this is all slowly coming together now. And I think I mentioned in the last video how I was a little upset about how this was looking, this area. Now I've shifted it around now. The entrance was originally there, and I feel that ties together a lot neater like that. But then heading this way, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I'm happy with it. So I'm sure we can, and I'm gonna make something explodable here, because yeah, it's obviously blocking the way, but I would like it to be, I don't know, you get your gun, shoot through the gap, blow up the barrel, blows the wood, and then you can make your way in. But yeah, again, the inside hasn't been designed or anything yet. Oh goodness, there's so much more. Yeah, I've touched up on everything, refined, just gone around, you know, just silly things. I know it seems stupid, but these corner pieces, like, OCD is killing me with these, and I've just spotted one too. Got to be dealt with. But these corner pieces, just wanting everything to look finished and refined, and like, that's gonna bother me. I'll have to deal with that in a minute. Yeah, just these edge pieces, just to really tie everything together and make everything feel as one. But that is currently all I can think of right now. It's as far as I've got. So until next time, and until the next update, much love and stay gaming.